Hi, my name is Nick. This is my first video blog entry. I have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things on my mind, but I guess the first thing I'll start off with is religion. There's a lot of different religions. Everybody seems to think that theirs is the right one. In reality, they're all based off the same religions going all the way back to pagan times and things like that. And it doesn't take too much studying or hard looking to find that out. There's nothing wrong with being Christian or Muslim or all the benefits that come from those things, but when arguing over how we got here, or how we were created, becomes the death of all humanity, it's fairly ironic, I think, and I think it's silly that people take it as far as they do. I don't understand why the church has so much to do with money and offering, especially in Southern Baptist type churches and things like that. I think it shouldn't be about that at all. It should be about helping out the community and preaching altruism and good values and things like that. But I see right now we're coming to a time when technology is heightening intelligence and enlightening minds all over the world, and we're becoming more aware of our place in the cosmos and that we're just a speck on a speck on a speck. And I think it's in human nature to have to anthropomorphize, have to make up a being that's also like us, a human being, to create something that's bigger than us, that watches over us and protects us, because without that it's just kind of a scary place to know that we're just a speck on a speck on a speck. So, and then again, also to have to put into Christianity also does a good job of laying out a moral code for which you to live by. And there's a guy that you can't see that watches your every action and knows that if you do anything bad, he knows about it and you'll be judged for it. Makes you feel guilty. It's kind of like a big brother type thing. Everybody's watching out. There's somebody watching out over you, you know. So it's a reason to feel guilty of anything that you do wrong. Meanwhile, the Pope and the Catholic Church for the last 2,000 years rape and pillage and steal all the world's wealth and treasure and gold and hoard it all, and it's just disgusting to me. I think people, if you're born in America, of course you're probably going to grow up Christian and think that that's the only right thing, but what if you were born in India? What if you're born in the Middle East? What if you're born over there? Then you're going to think that Islam or Hinduism or any of those are the right religions to live in. Nobody questions their beliefs either. Nobody questions anything because they're so conditioned to feel guilty if they do question it. If they do question any of these things, they'll feel so guilty that they're going to go to hell and burn in an eternal fire, that an omnibenevolent God is going to send you to an eternal hell and you'll burn in fire to be tortured for an eternity because you don't trust the testimony passed down over generation and generation of greedy, biased, ugly, disgusting society. Come on. I mean, it seems a little silly to me, but I think just as beautiful as the idea of religion, it's just as spiritual as all of Christianity or Islam could ever be. It's just to look at the cosmos, to gaze up into the universe, at all the billions of trillions of stars that there are, and nuclear fusion, and the whole miracle of life and everything that could take place in the unlimited possibilities of the cosmos that there is itself. I think that in its own is pretty amazing, and it's pretty spiritual thought to think of. I don't think that an omnibenevolent God is going to send us to hell forever because we choose not to believe what other people think. And if he is, then I don't want to be a part of that party anyway, right? I think we're coming to a point in time where we don't need these variables and these things to fill the gaps in common sense to have a big picture view of things. I think we're becoming self-sufficient and aware of our place in the cosmos, and I feel like that religion is going to soon be replaced with, sad to say, but science and other things like that as technology improves and people get better educated and no longer need these medieval time terms and rituals and things like that to fill the gaps, to answer those sort of big questions for them, to fill that spot in there and deep in their soul to answer those questions. I feel like pretty soon everybody's going to be able to know the answers and to see the truth of what's out there, instead of just looking up and saying, oh, there's the stars, or oh, there's the sun. I think everybody's going to understand, well, that's a ball of hydrogen gas 1,000,000 times the size of the Earth that creates all elements on the periodic table through supernova explosions, and that condensed into planets, and through gravity revolved around new stars that formed, and it was just in the right area, and water formed there, and then microbial life, and then everything else that comes to follow. We'll all know that soon enough, and I think that'll really change the scope of where we're at in society. I hope so, at least. I would say that I'd pray for it, but I don't know that that does any good. Wishful thinking, you know. It doesn't hurt to be optimistic. I see it coming, and it's a matter of how society handles it, so that's my thoughts on religion anyway.